we're gonna be done with the cabinet. Yay! This tried to break me. I hate it. I would never recommend this to anyone. Today I'll be working on restoring this cabinet and trying to get it to the same wood tone as this rocking chair, since they'll be right next to each other. And I'm going to try to do that using gel stain. So we'll see. Okay, the first thing I can see is that these cabinet holes are not original. They have Phillips head screws, and only flathead screws would have been original to this piece. So I actually like them though, but that's just something to note. I wouldn't feel bad about replacing these if I wanted to. But I'm going to remove these first before I stain. This is cool. If you're wondering how this swivels, underneath it has this peg that fits in a hole, but it has this felt on top, and the felt allows it to move and slide easily. Moment of truth, we're going to see if this actually did anything or if it just wipes completely off, because it can go either way. Take me to the ruins. Okay, it definitely did something, but not a lot. And I think the sides took the stain better than the top. Let's see how it works on the doors. I want to kid myself and say it's better than when we started, but I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same. So that didn't work. The only other thing I can think of is shellac, which is traditional kind of varnish that would be used on old pieces, but I don't know how it does on like vertical applications because it is pretty watery, at least the kinds I've seen. So I'll have to do some digging. I'm reading up on shellac and it's super fascinating. It is an excretion of an insect called a lac bug or something that is harvested, and it is traditional coating for very old furniture. I'm gonna get it. My shellac has arrived and I'm going to mix it up. It comes with little flakes, and then you mix it up with denatured alcohol and shake it a lot until it dissolves. So let's see how this goes. The internet says 16 ounces of denatured alcohol to 2 ounces of the shellac. This is 8 ounces, so I'm going to try to put a quarter of this in. But first, I'll use the measurements on my mason jar. Smelly. Do not recommend. Okay. Anyway, shellac. Approximately 1/4 of this. Let's see. And I'll keep shaking this throughout the day, and it'll dissolve, and then later I'm gonna go try to apply it to the cabinet and we'll see how it does. I mean, wow, that's already mostly dissolved. Look at me. We're gonna apply some shellac today, and because this could go horribly wrong, I decided I'm just gonna do it on the top first to see. And if it goes horribly wrong, we sand it and it didn't ruin the whole piece. But let's see what happens. Got my shellac here. A foam brush. The internet told me not to use a foam brush, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We'll see what happens. The thing to note, shellac dries real fast, so you gotta work with it quickly. I'm just gonna pour it on. Whoa. Did it go perfectly? No. Did it go horribly? Also no. Do I like it? I'm not sure. It's very shiny and it's very orange. I think shellac is a no-go. I'm gonna order some stuff I found online. It's supposed to strip finish safely and easily. And we're gonna try it and strip the whole cabinet, and then I'll stain to match the tones for the rest of the room. And the reason I'm not sanding this is because this top is veneer. It's just a thin piece of veneer. If I sand it, there's the potential of damaging it, and then it gets even worse. So I'm gonna find something that can hopefully chemically strip all the finish off. 3rd time's the charm. I bought this stuff that is supposed to strip the finish off of vintage and antique furniture, and it's non-toxic, biodegradable. You don't even have to wear gloves when you apply it, and it's supposed to work really well. So we're gonna see if it lives up to the hype. I can already see it working. Yay! Okay, let's see. What? Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. That just came up off that thing so easily. It got down to bare wood. It's amazing. Do you see that? Do you see how much better this now matches the rocking chair tone than it used to? This is what it looked like before and what it looks like now. And then the rocking chair. Now these two pieces look like they can go together. I don't need it to look exactly like the rocking chair. I just wanted it to be in the same wood tone family, and now it is. So now I just have to do all that to this. Wish me luck. I've applied 2 coats of the gel stain now, and it is a lot better, a lot less orange than it used to be, but it's still not quite as rich as I want it to be. So for the seal coat, I'm going to use, it's like a stain and poly in one, but really it's kind of like a tinted poly. I got it in a color that should hopefully darken and richen? Just darken, make it look richer. So let's do this. So, I hate it. I would never recommend this to anyone. And now I'm gonna remove it. This tried to break me. And I was really close to just being like, maybe I just need to paint this cabinet. I was able to strip off a lot of it, but look how awful this looks. Just, it's so mottled now. Oh, hey, beef. And it looks so bad. So I said to myself, I'm gonna try gel staining one more time now that I've scraped all that old finish off. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna paint. So let me show you what it looks like after I did the gel stain. It worked. It did. It looks more like a normal mottled wood finish, right? It's not like the craziness of the other side. So I think it's gonna work out. And again, this is just 1 coat of gel stain. So with 2 coats, I think it'll be fine. I think we'll be able to disguise all the horribleness that this cabinet has undergone. I'm gonna finish this first coat, and then I'll do a second coat once it's dried, and then hopefully we can seal this thing tomorrow and it will be done. That would be nice. It's not great, but it's not bad. I'm gonna leave that, let it dry, do a second coat. I may have to wait till tomorrow morning to do that though, before it's completely dry. Hopefully that will be it. I'm gonna stop touching it after that second coat probably, because I just need to let it live at some point. It's been a journey. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get the gel stain off my hands. I love you. I just did a second layer of gel stain on the sides, and it's looking very good, but the front concerns me. I don't think I'll be able to get rid of this patchiness, and I'm already starting to gunk up the hinges, so I'm definitely gonna remove them. I'm gonna remove the doors and see what I do from there. It just looks so bad. Like, why? Even these look so different, right? Like, this one looks decent. I would be okay if they both looked like this. This one looks so bad. I'm about to go away for a few days, visit some friends. I'm gonna leave this as it is now and see how I feel when I come back. But right now I'm leaning toward painting the doors at least, just because they're so mottled and it really bothers me. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe when I come back, I'll be like, no, they're perfect and it'll be fine. But right now, this piece is giving me some trouble. Whatever it has veneered on it is extremely difficult to stain and stain evenly. I had a great weekend away from this cabinet, visiting friends. It was a great time. Coming back to it now, I have one more thing I'm going to try before I give up and paint it. And this is still kind of a version of painting it, but let me show you what I'm going to do. This product called Renee that is liquid wood, and you paint it on, and then you paint on the darker version using tools for faux bois that gives it the look of wood grain. And then once those are dried, you stain it because this has wood fibers in it and it actually stains. I've already spent more than I'd like on restoration products for this cabinet, but fortunately this was an expense I could justify because I'm also planning to use this for the railings on the stairs because I want it to be like an all wood stairs look, and currently they're painted white. First I'm going to start by doing a light sand, dust it off, and then we'll paint on the light wood first, a couple coats, sanding in between, and then we'll come in with the faux bois tools and the dark wood to give it the grain look. And then once that's all dried, we'll stain it. Hopefully it will work, and then we'll seal the whole piece and we can finally be done with it. Wouldn't that be nice? I just realized as I was hand sanding that it has these pieces of missing veneer, which I was just gonna live with, but now that I'm planning to basically paint it, I do want to wood fill these first. So I'm gonna do wood filler, wait for it to dry, sand it, and then we'll come in with the reticule layers. It's been a journey, but I think I finally did it. I actually really liked that faux bois stuff. It actually gives a texture that looks like real wood grain. Highly recommend. And I think I got a pretty close color match with the base. It's kind of hard to believe that it may soon be done. For the stain, I just alternated coats of antique walnut, dark walnut, and a little bit of mahogany to add some of that redness and orangeness that's in this wood, using a water-based stain that I really love that's odorless and no VOCs and all that great stuff. And I just layered it until I found the color I liked. So I think I really like it. I'm gonna let it continue to dry, and then tomorrow morning when it's nice and cool out, I'm gonna go ahead and seal it. And then I'll be done. Beef, we're gonna be done with the cabinet. Yay! You happy? I know he looks like a grumpy Garfield cat a lot, but I also need you to understand that he is the cuddliest boy. He likes to be held like a baby. Yes. And he wraps his little arms around me to give me a hug while he does it. Everyone needs a beef in their life, don't they? Yes.
All at once in a dream, we are together. You could call it a vision or a tether. All at once I can see it, put back together. You could call it a vision.
How great does this cabinet look now? It was obviously a long journey to get here, but I think it turned out really well and now matches the wood tones of the other antique furniture in this room perfectly. I also ended up replacing the knobs with the same ones I used for the dresser because the ones it came with were not original and kind of dinky, so I replaced them with solid brass knobs that I stripped the lacquer off of and then aged. And if you want a tutorial on how to do that, I have it in my antique dresser restoration video. But I just think it looks so great now, and I already put some of my records inside. I only have records that I've thrifted from Goodwill because I like bargains. And then I'm waiting for a turntable to arrive, and then it will be done. And I'll put it in the record corner with the rocking chair and a rug, and it's just gonna be the perfect little record playing oasis. I hope you enjoyed watching me troubleshoot all of the many problems I had with this cabinet. It was definitely the problem child of the room so far, and hopefully the only one, but I do think it turned out really well. I'll be sharing all the products I used in the description, but if you have questions about techniques or just general questions about the room or the house or what I'm working on, please leave them in the comments. I'm happy to answer. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and sign up for notifications, and that way you'll get updated every time I post a new video. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.